Hello everyone and welcome back to the Battlefield Series. Ryan here. We have another Pauper video for you today. Welcome also to Snaps the Cat, which is just in the is slightly in the post here. We are playing Mono Red today. We played this deck a little while ago. This was the deck that did really well at Paupergeddon. I stole this list from Herbert online. We've had some chats about this from the last video anyway. I think this deck is very good. It is the premier burn deck, I feel, over the Madness Burn deck. Madness Burn is pretty fun and good to play, but there's nothing quite like just jamming heaps of the 1-drop and 2-drop creatures and just swinging them sideways versus Madness Burn, where you're just trying to go through your whole deck and just discard cards and getting the free aspects from them. So no, there's not much changes to the main deck. We still have the 2 experimental synthesizers, running like 4 Clockwork Percussionist, 4 Bushwhacker, 4 Tomb Raider, and 4 Epicure. 2 Ginger Brutes are nice. They can also not be blocked by creatures with haste if you pay 1. And then we're running the 4 Lightning Bolt, 4 Galv Blast. There's actually lots of hidden artifacts in this deck, so we're running the Great Furnaces to help with it. Epicures make the artifacts, and Ginger Brutes are artifacts, as well as the Synthesizers and the Percussionist. So you have a very good number of artifacts in this deck to really turn on the Tomb Raiders and the Galv Blast. Over in the 2-drop slot, you have the Burning Tree Emissaries. So the idea is on turn 2, you drop as many of those as you can and then go rally at the Hornburg. Versus either just... ideally, you don't want to play the Bushwhacker early. You want to save it for when you've played like Emissary into Hornburg. So you got like the left, right, good night. So you play your 1-drop, play your Emissary, Hornburg, and then follow it up with a Bushwhacker, which we'll see hopefully in our matches anyway, where we're getting turn 3, turn 4 kills. It runs the 1 Miser's Fire Blast. It's quite nice. We are running 5 of these are essentially the same card, but they're just the 2 mana, exile top 2 cards to your library, and then you can play them for these until next turn, which is great. So 5 of those, I think that's a good number as well, because you really want a good balancing act between aggro and also a bit of grind to get back into things. So you also over here, they're running 2 Fairy Macabres. I haven't tried Fairy Macabre in a Mono Red list. I do get the idea of it though. Essentially you want something to handle the graveyard for free whilst you're still putting onto the board. Similar when we're playing the Mono White list and stuff like that. You want something that's free just to take off like the Spy combo or something like that, or when they're using, if they're doing a Blood Fountain for a bunch of creatures out of the yard, you can just do the Fairy Macabre. The other option might be a Tormod's Crypt in that slot, but we can see how this one goes if we run into it. This is a big upgrade. I really like this idea. I had no idea Mind Collapse was actually a common. I actually thought it was like a bulk rare. This card is great. I think this is exactly what this deck needs. So yeah, it has you running Fire Blast, dealing 4, sacking 2 mountains. But when you're playing against decks like Terror and stuff where they're trying to 1-for-1 trade and try and stabilize, and they play a Terror, they play a Gomag Angler or something, this actually allows you just to kill it for free. You can pay the mountains 2 mana to kill the Terror still and get it done. So yes, really like this one. It also handles stuff like Murmuring Mystic, which is good. Smash the Dust, I'm not too sure about currently. I mean, normally I know they run like Cast into Fire because it exiles artifacts, and that's good for the artifact lands. But if this comes up, I mean, this one also deals 1 damage to each creature an opponent controls, so we can come up with those specific matchups where there's lots of dinky creatures. It is running 1 Flaring Pain. Maybe this could be cut down. I feel like Mono White and stuff like that has kind of come down a fair bit, so there's not as much prevention anymore, like with Prismatic Strands. It's running 4 of the Blasts, the Red Blasts, which I don't mind. When I was thinking about when I play Boros Synth and I've had like 5 and stuff like that, sometimes you don't want to go over the top with Pyroblast. In this deck as well, you still want to play all your burn spells and stuff like that. So when I've been bringing this in, I mean, you might not like me too much, but I've been taking up Epicures as probably one of the worst creatures in this list. And I do like these Gingerbreads. I don't know, I just can't help myself. Who doesn't like gingerbread? It's running 3 more End Festivities, which is good for the dinky creatures as well. And if you run into the Mirror Match, because this deck has been sprouting up in a couple challenges a fair bit. So let's take this through a couple matches and see how it fares right now. Alright, we're in for this match. This is good. We are on the draw, which is a little bit sad, but I think this is a very good hand. Looks like we're playing the Cycling, so at least we have a good fast hand for them. I am going to fire off this Bolt in their end step. So you until then. Bolt, and then we'll just do Emissary, Rally, Embrace the Magic Gods that it's enough. And then we just keep playing rallies until hopefully they're dead. At least we got this Fire Blast, which is probably one of the best things that we can have. Attack for 4, then we're going to attack for 6. It's close. 4, 5, 6. Oh, so close. Hey, that's a pretty good card. Yep. Cycling's happening. So probably we want to go Range Resolve, and if we get Land Bolt, we need like Land and a Bolt in this top bit. Or a Bushwhacker. Oh, they're just going off here. I think they're worried, so they're just going off here. Which makes sense. I mean, if... Okay. And then they have the... We just shield through this turn anyway. We don't have any responses. Well, we have this Fire Blast, but we're not Fire Blasting a creature. I had a quick Biggie break, but yeah. They obviously couldn't go off that turn. So we're bringing these Macabres. Nothing else really matters too much. Smash Dust doesn't matter. We're just going to probably cut some Impulses and Resolves. Again, we're just going a bit faster. I don't know why they had to go off that turn, because really they had a little bit longer, I would say. Right, this is on the draw again, but this hand's pretty good. We got Tomb Raider, which doesn't have haste, sadly, unless you draw an artifact land. Oh, look at that, right on time. So now we just go Tomb Raider, and then we do the same thing before. We can go Emissary into Rally, and then hopefully with the bolts and all that, we can get there. Just yield through their turn. Okay, so we'll just do exactly what we did last time. So a player, they didn't draw another land, so it's grim for them. Play the Hornbug in for this much. And then they're relatively dead next turn. So yeah, 4, 5, 6. They're almost dead next turn. Almost. We can drop them to 1, but yeah. And there you go. Yeah, they weren't winning that game. We had them basically dead. I mean, all right, we're on the play, which is always good for a burn deck. Let's see what we get. The 10's good. It does the same thing as before. I'm not going to play the Bushwhacker because we're going to get more out of it on the following turn. It's sad that the Synthesizer is not that good here either, but we're just going to pass. We're going to do Burning Tree into Rally, and then, yeah, we're just going to go... Okay, it looks like we're playing against Jund. Well, this was a good draw, so we'll go Emissary into Rally. And we'll attack with everything, and then we can Bushwhacker next turn. Good hand, go Brute. Then, yeah, so they can have Bolt, but... Okay, now this is insane. This is a very good draw. Kicker, it's just lethal. It's like insane hand. Holy crap. Just turn 3s, whipping them out. Okay, so I think I'm pretty sure they're playing either Grixis Affinity or Jund, in which case I don't mind these only destroy, don't they? Yeah. Well, I don't want any of these then. Let's just play it again, and let's see how we go. I could bring in the Mind Collapses, actually, maybe over the Fire Blast, and then just cut... I kind of don't hate the Gallop Blast. Let's just cut 1 Resolve. Oh, we do want the Resolves. That's okay, we didn't get to click the sideboarding for that. This hand's pretty good though, so we will go Gingerbrute first. Into probably even just like the Rent Resolve, to be honest. They're keeping 7, we'll keep. Yeah, probably on our turn, we're probably just going to be going, yeah, Gingerbrute, and then I probably want to play the Ren's Resolve really, because unless we draw another 1-drop, then we can go Tomb Raider 1-drop. But otherwise, we can go. I guess on the turn 3, we're going to be playing the Bushwhacker. We are playing against Jund. This is probably cast down territory. Let's attack first. I don't hate playing this Ren's Resolve now, actually. And we just play whatever spells next turn. We've got double Bushwhacker. I think we just want to set up a big turn. Yeah, let's just do that. That's not a good draw. At least we can play we can go Mountain Blast and play the Goblin Raider. But yeah, if they follow up the Chrysalis here, it's going to be bad news bear. Okay, well, let's play this Mountain. Let's play the Epicure, and then this Tomb Raider can get in now. Let's attack, and hopefully we don't run into a Chrysalis next turn, because that's going to make everything a lot harder. They got the cast down. Let's just ping their face with the blast. Yeah, I should have brought in the Mind Collapses, but yeah, anyway, we'll pass. We need some good stuff now. I think we're fine if they just don't play Chrysalis. If they play Chrysalis, there's not really anything we can do. Okay, that's a good draw for us. Them playing that is good. And hopefully we don't draw another Mountain. I'm not going to be double Bushwhackering here. Fire Blast is, yeah. Let's just do this first. Okay, Rally's good. It's fire for Rally, I guess. And then we get him for 3. We will use this Fire Blast in the sense that if they play a Chrysalis in response to the sacking effects, we can Fire Blast it. If they play a Shaman and do the lifelink thing, we're pretty screwed. They're drawing a lot of cards. At least next turn, yeah, we can do Bushwhacker. Double Pump. Hell, I might even just... Okay, they're not. Breath Weapon's an instant speed, isn't it? It is. I don't know why I'm talking to myself here. In that case, I'm just going to kick a 1, and then we can follow up with an Epicure. But I do have a feeling that Breath Weapon's here, because they haven't done anything else. And if I was them, I'll Breath Weapon here. Yeah, here it is. Yep, you can Breath Weapon, that's fine. Well, it's not fine, but you know. We'll play a little Epicure. Yeah, so we'll just discard that. Yeah, we can't beat a Chrysalis here. Alright, so on the play now, we want the Mind Collapses, we want to cut the Fire Blast, and probably a Galv Blast, to be honest. Oh, the reach is nice. Maybe we just cut an Epicure and see how that goes. I can't keep this hand. Maybe I should have cut a Galv Blast. This hand is more doable, and it's got these Percussionists, which makes things a bit nicer. I think I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this. And then we're going to bottom probably this, and then we can go Percussionist, Tomb Raider. But yeah, it is like, ideally I want another Mountain here, but yeah, we'll go Percussionist. I'm just thankful these Percussionists actually replace themselves. Okie doke, we got that. Let's just play a Tomb Raider, and then we'll get him for 3. And then we can follow it up with another Percussionist. Probably most likely just get rid of this Emissary, to be honest. If we draw a Mountain, that would be great. Okay, no Tomb Raider. let's just kill this and then get in for 3 again. There it is, there's a shaman. Let's bolt this. Maybe they have another shaman. They're in 10. It's playing a Chrysalis. Blood Fountain. That's better than a Chrysalis. And then Wildfiring. So we'll play this other percussionist. Actually, yeah, we'll play the other percussionist. Another shaman. We'll still play the other percussionist. Because we're on the one mountain game. Are they going to sack something else? They are. Okay. Okay, can I have a mountain? Okay, thank you. Thank you, deck. And it's just till this turn. Play out to the end of your next turn. We may as well just play it now, and then we can do the Golden Tomb Raider the following turn. Chrysalis. There it is. Okay. So I don't think we're winning this game. Let's just do an impulse. Interesting. Until next turn. Let's just play this. And then we're not playing the percussionist into anything. I think we have a way of, like, if they don't have another board wipe, I think we're sitting fine. Because we could draw... Okay, 2 Chrysalis is not good for us. I think we do have to draw some really, really good shit. And they're playing a Wellspring. Okay, that's everything though now. So next turn they can Blood Fountain and bring a Crocline Shaman and kill everything. That's important to note. Okie doke. Well, let's just play this. We could burn them out still, so that's a thing. Let's just play this. Just bolt them, I guess. They can't really attack us just yet. Then being able to play a shaman though, yeah, sacking, getting the shaman back, both shamans back. So really we're only in it if we, yeah, they are doing it now. We're only really in it now if we draw more bolts. And refurbish familiar. I think we just have to pray to draw Gav Blast. I think Gav Blast is our way out. Well, it's not, because from an artifact perspective, it's definitely not. But yeah, if I was done, I'd probably just... Okay, that's GG. Let's try another one. Alright, this hand is not too bad. We'll keep it. Blood tokens aren't terrible. This deck isn't great against mulliganing anyway. I thought we were playing as Thraben U for a second, but we're not. Should be quite easily be able to get this. Alright, we'll start with the Percussionist now. Sorry, my cat's pressing my keyboard, so I can't do a lot about that, sadly. And let's just go to attacks. Yep. yield through our turn. We'll keep this Burning Tree Emissary in our hand, doesn't do a lot. Alright. Wren's Resolve. That's a good one to kind of fire off now, especially against this blue deck, so I'm going to do that. We'll just play the other creature spells later, you know? If it really matters. Yeah, because we can play all that next turn with the Mountain, all the Emissaries and stuff, and the Gingerbrute. And like an Epicure as well. Okay. So, yeah, blue-white. Snapping that. I guess you get the mana then. Yeah, true. Another Relic. So this is like probably like a Ghostly Flicker kind of style deck. So an R10, what do we want to do? I think we just want to play these Emissaries out. The resolves, we get the mana. Play another one. Get the mana again, and then we'll just do the Gingerbrute. And then let's just play Tomb Raiders, a fair bit of damage. And let's just go in Epicure as well, and then we'll attack with the 2 hastes. So at least we're bringing in damage now, and we have this Gale Blast online. So we have, well, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's close. 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have lethal next turn if they don't have any interaction, which I assume they will. We'll just yield through this turn. I assume they're just going to be snapping and stuff, which is a fair cop. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Ours just makes mana. It's no Peregrine Drake, but you know, that card's abominable. That's sick. Just so many cards. Do you have another snap? Yeah, well, we want to play that. Probably the Emissary is technically better. It deals 2, then an extra. I'm definitely bushwhackering, but I mean, what? I can go play this as a 2/2. And then I can just use spot so I can get rid of like an Epicure. So if I draw a mountain, I can play another creature. I think this is technically correct. So we'll do it like this. And then we'll use the green mana. And we just discard technically that because we get more damage with the Epicure. Get a mountain. We didn't get a mountain, but we did get that. So we can kill them on the crackback after if we ever do get another turn. Well, that resolves, and we crack in. There we go. There we go. Alright, in terms of what they're doing, I think we just bring in the Pyroblast and the Red Blast again, and I don't want to go too much off script outside of that. In terms of what we're cutting, I like cutting this Fire Blast. The Epicures seem kind of cringe, so let's get rid of those again. I like the Gingerbrutes. I'm a big fan of Gingerbrutes. like the artifacts, and we just keep it in Epicure. I think it's just our worst one drop, and we're bringing in all that interaction. We're going a tad slower. We're on this. This hand is absolutely nuts. It's like a turn 3. So yeah, Tomb Raider into Emissary, Hornberg, and then we got everything else. But of course they are playing Blue Blast now, so we have to be very mindful of that. So let's just play a Tomb Raider. They got interaction. I think they just snap it off here. I think they got it. And no matter what I do, I'm still going to be going Emissary into Hornberg. Okay, resolves. Let's crack in. And to be honest, it doesn't get much better than a Goblin Tomb Raider on 1. It's just a better Goblin Guard. Okay. Didn't do anything else. I'm thinking they might have a snap or something like that. So that's... I think we still do our route of doing this. They can counterspell this, that's fine. Yep, you can prohibit that, that's fine. As soon as you tap out, we are coming in for a lot. Just if I draw another mountain, that's huge. Okay. They must have a Blue Blast, like another island. Okay. Alright. I like this. I like this a lot. So, it's still better to do, yeah, let's go Tomb Raider, play Emissary, play Hornberg, and then we have, they can't play another spell essentially. We're on 8, and then we have Lethal in play right now. Snapping, no, playing the Relic just done that. It doesn't matter because we've got one of these. Sorry, I played the land now, I wasn't meant to. Let's play this. There you go. Are you conceding to that? Yeah. Okay, this hand is quite good. So we've got the Rally at the Hornberg again. So we're going to go Epicure into Emissary into Hornberg, and then Hornberg again. Unless we draw something even more busted. Which we might. Who knows? It's the beauty about burn decks. Take it away, Cirque. Ooh, are you playing burn as well? That's cool. Well, that was a good draw. So let's just go Emissary and then Hornberg. And then next turn we'll Bushwhacker. Oh, I guess we could Hornberg again and then Bushwhacker if they don't go too hard on the creatures. And then in. Okay, so they're playing the like probably blue-red terror here. Because of that, I'm actually going to take it here and actually drop this now because I don't want it to be counted, and our critical mass will just quickly deteriorate. So let's play that, and then we can play the Hornberg next turn. If hopefully we just draw like it, okay, they were happy with that. Let's go to sideboarding. So they're playing blue-red. So I think we just want to bring in like, yeah, the 4, take out the Epicures. I don't want to bring anything else in. These just feel like the weakest card, really. We'll give this a go. Oh, sorry, bring the Mind Collapses. Take out the Fire Blast. We want to keep in all that stuff. Keep the Bushwhacker. Probably cut a Bolt, I guess. That sounds crazy, but technically the Gale Blast is better. We've got the other artifacts in. Alright, they're in the draw. This hand's pretty good. So we've got an answer for threats. We got Tomb Raiders. They are sadly not turned on, but we have some interaction as well. And we've got this Ren's Resolve. Let's go Mountain Tomb Raider. A few Mindful of Breath Weapon again as well. So hopefully that doesn't bite us in the bum too much. Okay, so it's like Jeskai FM probably. I'd probably just kill that if I was them, if you got it. Alright. That's a good draw. I'm mindful of if they got like... I'll probably Pyroblast if they're going to be doing anything against Clockwork. You know what? No, let's just play this Tomb Raider out. They can kill this Clockwork, that's fine. They might just counter this Tomb Raider, mayhaps. Yeah, that's fine. I want to be able to resolve this Ren's Resolve, so Pyroblast will be good for that. I think carrying the Clockwork would have been better, but they didn't know that I had this the other Goblin Tomb Raider. We're not doing too much else, so let's just play the Mountain because we are going to be going Range Resolve Pyroblast. Let's attack and try and resolve this Range Resolve. Spread's fine. The old Great Furnace, so we can play that on the following turn. Alright, let's do a Range Resolve. Oh, just Alarm revealed. Yep. And that's kind of annoying. I'm not too phased about the how we played that though. We'll just do the Furnace and then because like I didn't see when they were really going to be dropping that. Okay, let's Pyroblast that. Oh no, we got the we have the Mind Collapse for that, my bad. Yeah, let's just kill that now. Oh, it's only on our turn, sorry. Yeah, pass to us. Let's play a Furnace. Let's Ren's Resolve first. And then a Percussionist, another Ren's Resolve. So let's go cast by Sacrifice Mountain, kill this, sacrifice this mountain. And yeah, really I want to play this other Ren's Resolve. Alright, Rally Hornburg. Cool. And we get him for 2. Lots of mountains. Hopefully they don't just play another Mystic, which looks like that's what they're doing. Muldrifter with Ephemerate. That is pretty good. That's pretty good. Yep. Makes sense. Makes sense. So we're probably... Well, we're just going to Pyroblast that no matter what. Hopefully they don't go land and they have... Okay, so tap land. Okie dokie. Well, I wish we didn't draw another land there, but let's go cast Destroy Blue Permanent because they're going to Ephemerate that again, which is not good for us. We'll play the Clockwork and we'll play this. The Mountain doesn't really matter. There you go, in. And then if they Breath Weapon us, we're pretty boned. Lots of mountains. Yeah. 5 cards in hand. Golly gosh. So what I have, you got a Mystic, you got a Mystic. Or a Bolus. It's pretty good blocker, if you ask me. Pretty good blocker. This might be enough for them, to be honest. They got that life gain spell as well they can do. Yeah, damn. Insane. Uncycling. So what, do they have like 1 Scred? Okay, they did. So Bushwhackers. Okay, Mountain is not our best draw. I think we're just going to attack the Percussionist. I don't know how we're going to get through 5 cards in their hand. If we just draw in like, I mean, they need to tap out and then we need to draw some really good stuff. But yeah, I don't think this is going to cut the mustard, sadly. And they have so much selection with these brainstorms. They shuffled away the stuff that doesn't matter. Yeah, and they can just keep up some kind of counterspell anyway. They don't need to anyway, like they're on 8. See what we draw. Ren's Resolve's the best draw, obviously. But yeah, if we just have Red Blue Blast, sorry. We're pretty boned. Yeah, we just drew another land. So we're not going to win that. No way. Ginger Brute. It's not going to get there in 8 turns, sadly. We'll just run this back. No rule changes. Alright, on the play, let's try and bring this one home. This hand is... There's a lot of Mind Collapses. I kind of don't want all these Mind Collapses. I think I'm going to mull this. Contentious, I know. This hand's good. We'll keep this. We just bottom up Percussionist. Done. And then we can go land. Let's just go Percussionist. Attack. Because it doesn't have haste. And we can give it haste next turn. And then if they play tap land, I'm probably going to play Ren's Resolve, to be honest. Because that's one of the best cards we have against them. Yeah, I'll just play Ren's Resolve. Mind Collapses, Dog's Balls, and solves that other Galv Blast. It's kind of annoying. I mean, if we draw a Great Furnace, then it gets a lot better because we could play Synth. Maybe we do just play Synth, actually. Try and get artifacts online. And that's a big stretch, though. For 2 extra mana. I think I'm going to go... No, let's just go Tomb Raider and then let's... They probably have a Scred or something. These are snows. That's artifact land. That's a snow land. So they can probably Scred this. Or bolt it. We're just looking at what they want to do with that. That's the other problem as well, is that they can just bolt in the beginning of combat, which most people don't have a stop for. Which they obviously do. I like discharging, yeah, the Percussionist. It's interesting. Just dreadful. Well, let's just fire off a Galv Blast, I guess. Yeah, but not a great one, that's for sure. So yeah, I guess I could have played Synthesizer, but then that wouldn't have done much else. So they almost got off the yields. They almost yielded through their turn. Okay. Can draw land. Oh Jesus. Well, let's play a Synth. Land. See, that's not good. We'll play this Tomb Raider and we'll attack. What a weird game. You're on 12. Okie dokie. Let's Let's just attack. And then post, I'll probably play the synthesizer. See, I guess I could have gone the haste, so that was well. What are they playing? I mean, that's pretty good. If they're doing that, then let's do the Reckless Impulse. So I think they've got to do something. And hopefully we just get a mountain off this. Come on, please give me a mountain. That's good. We'll hold this Gale Blast until it's more relevant, and we've got this Pyroblast, which is good as well. That mountain was pretty huge, to be honest. So probably just Hornberg. I'm gonna Pyroblast this, to be honest. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll Pyroblast this. It just blocks our creatures. We want to get around it. You just have another one. Land. Land what? You play Relic? Feels like an Augur. Cast into fire. Okie dokie. I was meant to do that first, sorry. Sorry, I was meant to do the land. Let's do the synth. Because we want the hasty haste. Okay, that was a good draw. Well, let's play this. And we still have Gale Blast up for future turns, which is nice. Let's play Hornberg. Alright, let's swing in. So I shouldn't have played the mountain first. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. And they're doing a good job of surviving. This Union of the Third Path, it's a pretty good card. Okay, so they're on 6. This Gale Blast is obviously not good. And there's no universe where I can really just fire off the synth. But hopefully there's just no way out of this for them. I guess they have Breath Weapon, which is what this looks like. Oh, it's the same thing. They're pirates though. That's just funny. I was just like, oh yeah, like everything dies, but there's, yeah, what do they say in the chat? Yeah, this player actually ran the Furry Canade, which is obviously not good for them because my pirates survived. That's crazy. They were just saying that they have a second one in hand, and I'm like, that's rough, dude. All right, let's attack, and then we can hopefully just Gale Blast them and then bolt them. But yeah, they should technically still be in this. I mean, we could crack the synth and stuff and get a 2/2, but yeah, pretty brutal for them. Let's fire this Gale Blast off. Yeah, there we go. They kind of have 2 counter spells. Yeah, GG. We'll just wrap up quickly. Yeah, this deck, it felt pretty like the same last time I played it. The sideboarding didn't change too much. I do like the additions of the Mind Collapses because you do want to be able to kill the Terrors or the Gurmag Anglers of the world or the Murmuring Mystics. So I think that's a great add. The main deck, there's no real changes. I do like them having 2 synthesizers. You don't really want more. I think it has a good level of grind that you want. And I do like the cheeky Fire Blast. Sideboard wise, I love the idea of a Fairy Macabre. It could be a Tormod's Crypt, but the Fairy Macabre does have the gotcha effects. I guess the only issue is if you get them off the Reckless Impulses or Ren's Resolve, you can't discard it because it's exiled. So the crypts might be better, maybe, but who knows? There's also the crypts can turn on the artifacts and get the Metalcraft for the Galv Blast. And the Festivities is pretty self-explanatory, just good against the aggro builds and the Fairies decks. I do like just running the 4 of the Red Blast. Flaring Pain's good as well, I think, especially when you're playing all those weird decks. I guess you could probably maybe cut it because like it's played a lot with Prismatic Strands and no one's really playing Prismatic Strands right now. So you could maybe cut the Flaring Pain. I haven't used Smash Dust too much. I guess it's good because it still does the ball wiping and it handles like it does kill the defenders in the Spy combo deck and it kills some random artifacts. But I guess the good spells like Cast into Fire where the XE Exile can be probably better. And then, yeah, I already spoke about Mind Collapse, so it was pretty good. We had a pretty mixed bag of like what we played against. I probably would only really cut the Macabre and try the Tormod's Crypt, but yeah, this deck's always pretty good. Thanks, Herbert, for continuing to do very well with this deck, and I'll see you next time.